on social media, I just knew I had to get my hands on one. Drive one, see what it's about, but I knew I'd have to go to Asia in order to do so. And then I thought to myself, what if I could bring one back to the United States? So I put out a post on Instagram looking for somebody in Thailand that spoke English, and that's where I met Will. Will owns and operates a marina in Thailand and is well immersed in the Thai culture as well as boating, and so obviously he's going to be a great friend to me. So we set out in search for the baddest long-tail riverboat we could possibly find. And so after 4 long months of getting updates, I got word that she was ready. And so Caroline and I set off on what would be our furthest adventure we had ever been on. All the way from Sarasota, Florida, to the opposite side of the world, we flew to Bangkok, Thailand. Caroline and I are officially in the Middle East right now on our way to Singapore. We had a 14-hour flight, which actually went way smoother than we expected.
Like we teleported.
Check this thing out. It gives me different views of the plane. If you've ever been driving and your guide gives you a or a gasp at anything going on the road, try driving in a third world country on the opposite side of the vehicle. Because it's been a nightmare. We're struggling to figure out where to go. Our phones don't work. The GPS, we can't find where we're going to. That's 4 hours away. So we're kind of just winging it at this point. On our way to go see the boat for the first time. It's been a long journey, but we're here. We made it. We're taking the golf cart up to the barn to go check it out right now.
I've been able to stand it all day.
I haven't been able to sleep either. Okay, behind me, Will is finally taking us to the hangar. We've had a really long day. We got up at 3:30 in the morning, flew to Bangkok. We drove like 4 or 5 hours to come out here. The boat's here. It's right behind me, behind these doors. And they're about to open them so we can see it for the very first time. I'm so excited. I've wanted to see one of these boats. Dude, this thing is way bigger than I thought. This thing's huge. How am I gonna get this home?
Holy shit!
Look at this thing. Well, look at the craftsmanship on it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, watch that. I want you to
Oh yes.
come open this shark.
It's way bigger in person. Holy cow.
And every screw, every bolt, every plate.
Can you believe it? I mean, you've seen these in person before this, right?
Actually, I've never ridden a gnarly one until we did this project.
Is this a gnarly one?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is like the baddest to the bone longtail you can possibly get, right?
Yep.
Dude, she is a beauty.
You wanted her green.
Well, there's a reason why it's green, okay? The reason why it's green is because since this boat's going back to Florida, we're going to name it Gator Tail. Since it's a long-tail riverboat, I thought Gator Tail would be perfect. Wrap the boat to look like a gator, and so we went with anodizing all the aluminum on here green so that it'll match. And then we got titanium exhaust even. The twin Turbskis, brother. Oh my God. This engine block is a 4JJ1, right?
Yep.
It's a 4JJ1. It is a common rail. It's commonly found in Isuzu D-Max trucks, and it has twice the horsepower as Cooper's 2J because it is a 4J. And then it's got 4 times as much as a 1J. So all you 1J and 2J guys out there, watch out for my long-tail riverboat because I've got 4 times as much power as you. Oh! Got the bigger Tursky on here. Bob, who's better at backing up a trailer, you or Will?
Will.
Hey, at least he can admit it. Will, you've got some history with this here tractor. Tell us a little bit about what you got going on. You said this thing used to be NA.
Yep, NA. And then I put a turbo on it. And then one day I took it down to the shorefront and it was covered in bees. I don't know why bees decided to nest here.
Yeah.
They all dropped in my lap. And then I ran into the water. And then I just watched it drive itself idling into the
I
water.
was out on the dock and what's wrong with Will?
Yeah. And so everything's being
Every
rebuilt.
runs around like this and runs and jumps in
I
the
ran so
water.
fast, my flip-flops blew off. Yeah.
All right, guys, the day is finally here. We have the engine builders. We have the hole builder. So we're going to splash the boat. They're hooking up some fuel lines and some water lines. and then we're gonna start ripping this. So what we're talking about is the common wear point on these drive shafts is this inner sleeve here, and when it starts to wear it out, you'll get play in your drive shaft. But since these, there's so much power and torque being transferred through this long, skinny drive shaft that this is the weak point right here.
Because it's a chopper prop. It's only running half in the water. So
Bird and his guys are going to repair a little damage we've got on the boat from hitting probably a coconut or a tree stump, and so he's whipping out the old buffing pads and going to get this thing dialed in with some lobster. I feel like my brother Cletus right now. He's got a full race team. All he's got to do is show up and drive the thing. This is great. All right, here we go. We just floated the boat, and we are going to get her started up and go out to the dock where we're going to be kind of going back and forth out of. So they can kind of teach me how to drive it. We can go rip it a little bit and have some fun. There we go. This is how they pivot it around quickly. You got to kind of row it while it's in gear. And then you got a guy up front using a paddle, so we're gonna definitely put a trolling motor on this thing. All right, we're gonna go rip this thing. Bird's driving. He's gonna do a couple pulls, and then I'm gonna take the wheel. Here we go. I've been waiting for this moment for like 6 months. I've been hiding it from y'all, but here you go. Absolutely blown away. It's so fast, and when you get going, it's just like skipping on the water. It's insane. So after the first rip, we're just kind of doing a once over on the boat. We found two loose bolts that were holding the intercooler on. The map sensor came unplugged, and then we're also checking the fuel water separator, which there was a little bit of water in the bottom, you can see there. And that's pretty much it. Topping it off with some fuel right now, and then we're gonna go back out and rip it again. They said that they want to rip it one more time before they let me drive it to make sure it's perfect. And then they also made the adjustment on the prop. So once they're done filling it up, we're going to go again. A little redneck engineering. I like it. So he's putting a little more pitch on this puppy so that it helps hold the prop in the water more. And he's doing it the exact same way I would. A pair of vice grips and hitting it as hard. We had a map sensor come unplugged. So we're gonna do the old zip tie trick, put her back on. Boys in back are making some adjustments. Oh, got a little Loctite, huh? All right, Bird, put me in, coach.
exhausted just trying to get this thing around.
If it's in the air, it goes in the gear. There you go.
I'm gonna put her on the chip here, pulling up to the dock. That thing kicked my butt, I'll tell you that. That is not an easy thing to drive.
Okay, Dad, don't fall in the water.
How'd
Give me
you
a
like
hand.
driving it?
I have a lot to learn to get this thing like dialed in as far as my skills go, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
It's fixed.
Okay, you guys, this is our first time out.
First time out on the boat together.
I mean, we could have a cooler, we could have friends. We could be having a full-on party. Feels pretty good.
Once you get cruising, it's pretty smooth. It's only when you're like super in and out of the throttle, that's when it's like an animal to handle.
But dude, I'm
It's
wide
so
open.
fun.
You were wide open?
I'm wide open, and you're just like.
I was like,
jogging.
I was half throttle probably.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really no need to go faster than that. The thing just...
A minute ago, I started pulling it up. I hope you just like freight trained it past us.
Did I?
Yeah. We'll maybe get that later.
I was like...
Open the ski mode.
Honestly, like staying wide open in it is just so aggressive. Like I'm cruising, chilling, doing what we're doing right now.
It looks cool though.
It does look cool. You guys look cool too. All right, Bob. This is your first long. This is not your first longtail boat, but this is your
First time in gator tail.
First time in gator tail, man. Go have fun. We're gonna let Bird drive it until I get a little more experience. I don't fully trust myself ripping this thing with a bunch of people on board yet. So once I get my skills refined, then I'll start taking people for rides. But I want everybody here to enjoy it today. There's probably 20 people here, and yeah, go have some fun, guys. Bird, have fun, man. Thank you for building this beautiful piece of art. Oh my God. Fellow longtail brother out here. Whew.
How'd it go, Bob? How'd the long tail go, Will? Did you? Yeah. แปลว่าหางยาว 1 2 3 long tail อีกครั้งหนึ่งไหม one more อัดวิดีโอไว้ดังๆ
To
ไหม
cap off such an epic adventure, we are going to take the Gator Tail for a sunset cruise with Will and his fiancée Anna and my wife Caroline. Well, that was Caroline and I's first rip on the boat together. We're gonna go get some food and try and do a sunset cruise, but that wraps it up for this episode on Teeth and Turbos. We'll see you on the next one. Make sure you subscribe, like, leave me a comment with more longtail riverboat content to come.